This video is my college football week 0 wrap-up. So, as I spoke of recently, the Governors of Austin Peay played against Central Arkansas in the first college football game of this season. And we don't know how many games we'll get this season, but we will savor each and every one of them. There were a lot of good players in that game. However, some of them were held out. I've been given to understand that some of them may have been in quarantine, including one of the players, in fact, two of the players that were expected to be perhaps big-time prospects, both Cordell Jackson and Robert Rochelle. Cordell Jackson played. Robert Rochelle, just Rochelle. Cordell Jackson played and played pretty well. In fact, he played well, and the other player I would sort of point out, though he's just a junior who played for Central Arkansas, is their wide receiver, Tyler Hudson, a.k.a. T. Huddy, made a couple of amazing catches, one of which was not counted because he'd already stepped out of bounds, but he has great hands, decent size, probably better speed than people realize. If you're looking for sort of a comparison for him, I would bring up a guy like Robert Woods. But defense was well ahead of offense. There were several turnovers, some of which fumbles unforced. Unfortunately, APSU was missing their top 3 long snappers. You never think about long snappers until you need one. Several players, and of course the other player that really hurt them was D'Angelo Wilson, was another player that was sat for this game, I think, once again because of exposure to COVID-19. The game was not an artistic success. Very sloppy. Like I said, both defenses look better than offenses, but the game had a compelling, interesting end. Closed on a game-cinching interception after both teams' offenses looked pretty much terrible until the very end. And then, though, if you look at the score 24-17, the game was not as offense as even those numbers would indicate. You had one 75-yard run to begin the game, and then both offenses proceeded just to sputter from that point forward, despite putting each other in easy scoring position. Both teams ended up kicking field goals when they should have gotten touchdowns or turning the ball back over. Both quarterbacks, both Oldsvall for APSU and Braylon Smith for Central Arkansas, are much better quarterbacks than you saw today. You could tell both offenses were very much out of sorts. I'll be watching both these teams throughout the rest of their season. Central Arkansas has managed to scrounge up 9 games, and hats off to their athletic department, managed to figure out a way to get 9 games in. While at this point, APSU only has 2 more games on their schedule, but they're still trying to find others. So we'll see what happens. Much more on this as it comes in.